Are you ready? Ooh, I know you see me standing there, here. Oh my god, I'm almost done being a dancing queen. You are a dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Hi guys, it's me, Allison, and the day you are watching this is probably my birthday. Today we're going to be doing 17 things I learned at 17. To be fair, most of what I learned this year was teaching myself to actually be self-confident for once and to be like more emotionally independent and stuff. So like it wasn't like tangible things that I could write into life lessons for you guys. So instead these are mostly like 17 life lessons that I either learned or I knew and examples like presented themselves this year. You know what I mean? Number 1, you can't change the past, so stop beating yourself up over it and learn from it instead. You know when things happen in the past and you're like, God, that was terrible. I'm a terrible human being or something like that. I stress out about things and then I always tell myself, okay, do what you can to like alleviate the stress. If you can like apologize to someone and work it out, do that. And then once you've exhausted all of that, let it go and learn from it and change your behavior for the future. Number 2, don't take the little things for granted, be grateful. So this is something I've really learned with the whole pandemic. Honestly, it's been a really good vibe check for learning about all the things we take for granted, like our health, our family's health, all the like resources we have, like the freaking toilet paper. We take so many things for granted, and so like be grateful for everything you have. I started doing gratitude journaling this year, so I write at least 10 things I'm grateful for every day. I usually go a little bit over. And it can literally be anything. Like one day I wrote Madison beer, another day I wrote like pasta with butter and cheese because I freaking love that. Number 3, it's okay to be the kid that doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, hasn't had sex, all of that stuff. It is perfectly fine to be the goody two-shoes kid. Even though it might feel like you are uncool if you don't do those things, I promise you, you are not uncool. In high school, it definitely feels like you're not cool if you don't do those things. I don't know if that was just a me thing. You're not uncool, okay? I promise you, you are very cool. And choosing to do those things doesn't make you uncool either. You do you, my guy. Choosing whether or not to do these things basically doesn't make you cool or uncool. Number 4, law of attraction and manifestation is great. Like mindset is everything, guys. You are totally capable of becoming the person you want to be. One of the main things though is you have to have the right mindset for it. So I really highly suggest you guys go watch some videos on law of attraction, manifestation, and like The Secret and all that stuff. Number 5, I said this last year too, but again, trust your gut. I saw in like a TED Talk or something that your gut has like a bunch of neurons in it. So she's like, yeah, you should trust your gut or something like that. I don't remember what she said, but it was a good TED Talk. I'll link some good TED Talks in the description because I watch one a week now, at least. Trust your gut. This was mostly like directly at me because my gut, I was always like, it's been right so far, trust it. Number 6, be confident. Being confident and wrong is better than being timid and playing it safe. I feel like for this, for me, it kind of applied to work. You gotta get out there and take initiative and stuff. You can't just sit back and be timid like, I don't know, should I say something? Say something. Also for this, like if you're in class or something and the teacher asks a question and it's like, you know how people like don't participate and then you can't move the class along because the teacher's just gonna sit there? Just try. The teacher will also love you for it. Be confident in yourself. It's hard. And I feel you, it's scary because you don't want to be wrong, but like, you know, you learn better. Like if you get a question wrong, you're gonna learn from it because you'll be like, oh, like you'll be taking a test, you're like, oh snap, that's the one I got wrong when the teacher called me and I was like, ha, I don't know how to explain things. Number 7, don't subject yourself to something bad because you think it's the only option. Change things in your life that you don't like. Don't fall into the trap of being stuck with it because it's routine. There are better things out there. So my example for this sounds kind of dumb. Basically, like throughout high school, I would bring like a ham sandwich for lunch, but I don't like ham. Like I like it sometimes, but I want to be a vegetarian one day or even a vegan, and I don't really like the taste of meat, so I don't really like ham. It depends, like I still like burgers right now, so I gotta wean myself off of burgers. But back to the ham. I was forcing myself to eat a ham sandwich every day because I was like, it's routine, you know, I'm gonna stick with it. What else could I do? And then one day I was like, you know what? We're gonna switch to peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And God, I loved those. Oh my God, those slap. They slap. Don't subject yourself to something because you think it's the only option. Like, if there's like a club you're in and you're like, God, I hate it here, leave that club and go find another one. If there's a team or something, even a job, I mean, make sure you find another job before you quit that one, but don't subject yourself to something bad because you think it's the only option. Number 8, taking initiative goes a long way. If you want something, fight for it. Go the extra mile. Like, if you want a job, go to them in person, bro. Like, not always, but like when I applied to work at Tilly's, I got this email. They were like, if you want bring this email in and talk to a manager there. And I was like, I don't want. So I sat at home, and then I was at this party and this girl was like, oh, I work at Tilly. She was like, yeah, bring that email in, go talk to our manager. That's how you like move along in the process. And I was like, oh. So I printed the email. I did not get the job, but that's okay. And then for my current job, like I filled out the online application. Then I found out they like barely look at the online application, so I had to go in person, get the paper one, fill that out. And then I got my job. If you want something, take initiative. Don't just sit back. Don't do what I did with the Tilly's thing and just sit back and go, I don't want to go. Take initiative. Be confident. Number 9. These ones are just a couple life lessons my mom told me when I was a kid, but I wanted to share them with you guys. One of them, she said, if it only takes 10 seconds, just do it. This is for all you procrastinators out there. We got a lot on our minds. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to take the recycling down right now, and so I'll just stuff it higher, you know? Or I'm like, I don't want to wash my dish now, so I'll just leave it in the sink. No. If it only takes 10 seconds, just do it right now. And then her other one was, if you're bored, you're a boring person. Now when I was a kid, I was always like, that is incorrect, mother. I am not boring. But then as I grew older, I was like, that is a correct statement. I feel it. Because like, I have had no downtime for the past 2 or 3 years of my life. I've had like no downtime. I'm like never bored because I'm always doing things. What was that? I don't know. I've had no downtime because I'm always doing things. I'm at clubs, I'm at work, I'm at school, I'm in theater, I'm doing all sorts of things. And so I never have time to be bored. Even if I'm at home, like during this whole pandemic thing, I've been learning ukulele, I've been practicing piano again, I've been practicing singing more, I've been playing those Sims, I've been playing Minecraft, I've been working on my YouTube videos, I've been working on work, I've been working on school. If you're bored, you're a boring person. And don't take that in a mean way. Just find some more hobbies, man. Number 10. If you're only doing it for a boy, a girl, a crush, etc., don't do it. This doesn't apply if you're like dating or something, or you guys are like in a relationship. And you know, that's when you sort of like, sometimes you gotta go the extra mile for someone. They need you. They need your support sometimes. And you gotta go the extra mile for them. That's okay. But if it's like someone that you barely know them, if it's just a boy or a girl or crush, they barely know you exist, don't do something that you would only do because of them. Say there's like a party and you wanted to go anyway and they were gonna be there, that's fine. But if there's like, I don't know, a trip or something that you didn't want to go on, but you heard your crush was going and you're like, well now I'm gonna go. Don't do that. Terrible, terrible idea. Don't do that. Number 11. You are not all-knowing, especially at this age. I'm mostly talking to my teenagers out there. You are not all-knowing. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Get your parents' advice, get a counselor's advice, get a teacher's advice. I'm still a very headstrong, stubborn person. Number 12. Emotions are for real, man. Like reactive, passionate emotions, they screw up your judgment. If something happens, take some time, alright? Breathe. Take a second. Think it out before you react. Sleep on decisions, you know? Take a second. Because just acting in like the heat of the moment, you're probably gonna regret what you do. Number 13. When you learn to laugh with yourself and not be ashamed of yourself, then nothing other people can say will ever hurt you. Well, that one's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just gonna move on then. Number 14. You'll miss out on life if you keep saying no to things. Take a chance every once in a while. Also self-explanatory. I will move on. Number 15. Keep an open mind. Again, my example's kinda dumb. At my job, we went around and asked everybody what their favorite cereal was because we had to put it up on a board so that the kids could read it. We went around the room, everybody was saying Reese's Puffs, and I was like, what? And I was like, Lucky Charms. And I was like, wild. I didn't know Reese's Puffs were so popular. But I wasn't gonna try them. So then I was in writing seminar and somebody brought Reese's Puffs and we were passing them around and I ate it and I was like, bruh, these slap. And since then, I have been eating Reese's Puffs like every day. So, you know, keep an open mind. Number 16. Your feelings are valid. I say this like every year, but you know, it's just something like I kind of struggle with sometimes. I'm like, oh, am I right to be like mad about this or sad about this? Like, I'm like, God, I'm such a little weenie or something. Your feelings are valid. Last one, I didn't really want to put this in the video, but like, it wasn't that good of a life lesson, but I needed 17 things, so we're gonna roll with it, so take it with a grain of salt. Even if you still love them and they love you, like in friendship terms, if the friendship more often than not hurts you, it's okay to sort of back away from it for a while. You could fully leave it, or you could just back away a little bit. Some people, they might be the nicest people in the world, they might be one of your like best friends, but if basically every time you talk or hang out with them, you feel terrible about yourself, or you just feel terrible in general, it's okay to let them go a little bit. You know, you can still have them in your life, like they could still be one of your friends, but maybe you just hang out with them a little bit less. Those are my tips. I'm sorry the 17th one was kind of weak, but yeah, I will talk to you guys in a year. No, I'm gonna talk to you in my next video, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you next time. Bye guys!